Hello, all. To all, shalom, shalom. I want to talk to y'all about this NASA and the moon thing because to me, it's like how we all lost our common sense. It does not make sense at all to go to the moon. NASA does not make sense. To me, it's a bunch of overprivileged white males who have created these fake positions for themselves to get a check. Does not make sense. Who wants to go to the moon? The moon does not have water, does not have soil. It does not have food. You can't just stand there and breathe on it. I don't even think that you can just stand on it naturally. Why would you leave a perfect place where you can stand on it, you can breathe on it, you can sleep on it, you can eat on it, and the scenery is amazing? Why would you leave Earth to go to the moon when you would need all the resources from the Earth to go and live on the moon? If you could even never get there, which is some bullshit, because I don't believe that they ever went to the moon. So these are the games, the psychological games that they play on us. You want to go to the moon. When you see the moon, what do you see? Rocks and dirt. The dirt doesn't even look healthy. I don't even think that's dirt. I think it's just rocks. You're standing on a big ass rock and you're telling the world that you want to go there. NASA visits the moon. Like what is that? NASA visits the moon. Why is NASA so into wanting to live on a moon? How do you even take that in as a reality that there are people on a beautiful earth perfectly made for you to live on? You don't have to worry about oxygen. You don't have to worry about floating away. You don't have to worry about asteroids hitting you in the head. You're just on a natural and in a natural environment that was made just for you to leave it and say that you're going to go somewhere and make it better. But you need all your resources from the very place that you're trying to get away from. It's stupid. It's ungrateful, to say the least, that you want to go to the moon and live when there's a perfectly provided foundation for you here on Earth. You don't have rivers, you don't have cows, you don't have chickens. Like, what are you going to eat? You're going to come back down to Earth and take all the resources and go back up to that dry ass moon? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. It's no possible way. But a lot of us play into it, that these people here want to go to the moon. And this is supposed to be this really great big thing, going to the moon. Going to the moon is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. I want to go to the moon and live, and then we're going to put a spaceship out. A spaceship? Go put you a spaceship in the backyard and go sit your ass in there, put a suit on, and then get back to real life. Because going to the moon is out of the question. You can't get there, first off. Nobody has been outside of this atmosphere. Let that sink in. All the games they play. We already know that the moon landing was a fraud. I mean, like, no, we're not going to sit here and dwell on it. You cannot get outside of this atmosphere. And it does not make sense to go to a place like the moon and live unless they're trying to send your ass to the moon and have you sit there. And then even that's unethical in every way you can fathom. Going to the moon or putting prisoners on the moon. That's not going to happen. Can't sustain life. So yeah, this going to the moon is stupid. It does not make sense. And it's next to impossible for you to go to the moon and sustain life when all the resources are on planet Earth. The games they play. These are just jobs given to who have these jobs. What are the titles to their positions? That's what I would like to know. What are the titles to the positions of the people who are in NASA? What do you do? Like, what do you need to be in NASA? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You have jobs year round for decades, and you're talking about going to the moon, and then you're discovering all these planets that are lifetimes away. Oh, this 25 million lifetimes, light years, and all that shit. Like, stop. Whoever is believing this shit because they want to be so much better than the ancestors. But you'll never be better than the ancestors. You won't have that information of these other things that you've created out of your imagination just so that you can say that you're more advanced than the ancestors, because you're not. What was seen is what was seen, and that's it. Ridiculous. Oh, we discovered another star and all this shit, like some bullshit. So yeah, I'm saying this to say that people need to get into their senses and stop with the alien invasions, because alien simply means that somebody from a whole nother country come to this country. Now you're an alien. That's simply all the alien shit you're really going to actually witness is other people from other countries coming to a foreign land that they don't know anything about, or just a foreign land. You from one country to another, you come into this country, that makes you an alien. And you know what else? How come only white people see aliens? Yeah, and after you said, then they put a black man up there. I'm like, are you guys listening? Because I had just said that shit. Like, why are white people the only people that see aliens? Then they come out with this black man. I forgot what his name is. He's in the military, and he's like this witness to aliens. Like, oh my God, like, stop. Stop with the games. Because we don't believe none of this shit. And I'm going to tell y'all, revelation means to reveal. Reveal the hidden truths. Revelation. And then the apocalypse is simply, look the word up, the apocalypse is the great awakening. It's not a big ass catastrophe. So you have been misled. Look at the difference between connotations, because you're under connotations in religion. So you're believing these words to be basically in the religious terms, in the terms of religion, I mean, and the connotations is misleading. So etymology is everything. To learn where these words come from and how they put these religious connotations on them so that you would be misled and deceived. You don't know the true meaning of the words. Apocalypse simply means the great awakening. And that's what's happening right now. It's the great awakening. That means that your ass is awake and you can see through the bullshit. That's what the apocalypse is. Revelation is simply the revealing of the truth. Christos, Kristos, is the fluid that runs up and down your spinal column, in your spinal column. And then they put a religious connotation on it, and then they told you it's the Christ. It's just the frequency of the electricity that is a part of that process that's in your body. Okay? And then for those of you who don't want to hear from me, maybe you will hear from what's his name? William Donahue. Bill Donahue, but I think online he's William Donahue. Yeah, the videos are kind of old, but there's a wealth of information to wake you up to the truth. Because all of this religious bullshit is some bullshit and it's keeping us asleep. And everybody that's still just really just sitting and trying to figure this shit out, let's get to the real shit. Like, let's get to the contracts. Let's get to the part of how we are the original people of this land. Let's get to the parts of where we're not from Africa. A lot of us are indigenous to this land, and this land belongs to us. Let's get to the parts of a lot of the land has not been claimed, and it is still in the inheritor's name, meaning call us by our name. Meaning that if you're Choctaw, you need to stand up as Choctaw. If you're Washita, you need to stand up as the Washita. That's call me by my name. Because calling you by your name means that you will then be revealed as being a natural heir to this land. But if you don't know your name and you're calling out Jesus all damn day, then you don't really know what's going on, because that's where we need to be at. You did enough religion. We get out of the religion and get into what these words really mean. That means etymology, and then also getting into what belongs to us, what was taken, what has been hidden, and now has been revealed. The truth is now. That is the apocalypse, the great awakening, the revelation. The truth is upon the earth and it's everywhere. Learn the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Talk to you soon.